Hello, this is our inaugural broadcast of Curmudgeons in cars drinking coffee. It's Dave and Chris, and we're today in Chris's car, a 2010 Audi S4. Beautiful car. The only disappointing thing is, of course, that it is a
It's
an automatic transmission, right? So that's the first thing I want to be curmudgeon-y about.
That sucks.
It kind of sucks, but you know what the heck? It goes fast, and it'll get us where we're going. I was in charge of the coffee today, so I brewed a cappuccino for Chris with Zimbabwe Nespresso. Sponsorship opportunity here is Nespresso. Step up. And I had a yeah, and I had a cortadito Cuban coffee with steamed milk, non-fat in yours too, because you're getting a little chubby. And so,
honesty is clearly a big part of the show.
It is
direct honesty.
It is indeed.
Frontal honesty.
And speaking of that, so the thing that in this pilot that we're going to need to talk about is that my understanding is although you were born in Minnesota and lived a handful of years, you then moved to God's country and you still refuse, and you lived there until you graduated from high school.
Which was a total of 9 to 10 years.
That's long enough. I mean, well, I thought it for you was probably a little longer than 12 or 13 years to get through high school, right?
Yeah.
And
the way things are going towards the end, I mean,
probably
so. It's a good thing it ended.
Yeah. But so why is it that you set yourself up for a lifetime of disappointment by being a Vikings fan rather than the Green Bay Packers, America's team? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, well, this is. Hang on, I want to make sure we don't get blown up merging at 494 here. The honest truth is, when I moved to Wisconsin, I was 9 years old. My parents are not pro sports fans at all.
Yeah. So
I was pro sports neutral.
Okay.
But I was the new kid at age 9, so kids are dicks anyways. And then I'm the new kid from Minnesota, so it was just double the bullshit all the time. Oh, you know. They assumed I was a Viking fan and started treating me and making fun of me.
As they should.
But I wasn't even a Viking fan. They could have been kind and nice and inviting, tried to give me on their side. But no, it was an asshole from the beginning, typical. And so after a while, I was like, fine. You know what? I do like the Vikings. All good.
And so you became a Viking fan because you were not out of anger and resentment.
Yes.
So you were a curmudgeon at the early stage.
Yeah. I mean, it started early for me.
Okay, so that still doesn't. I mean, why wouldn't you change once you saw that the Vikings are incapable of providing a Super Bowl victory to you in your lifetime?
I mean,
the Packers have already won 2 Super Bowls in your lifetime, plus 2 more in my lifetime, and a total of 11 World Championships altogether.
World Championship, the Super Bowls I'll give you. The 4 Super Bowls.
4 Super Bowls. Yeah. In your lifetime, you've had 2.
Right.
And you've been to. Well, no, you haven't even been to a Super Bowl with the Vikings.
Not in my lifetime. No.
Yeah, and probably never will.
Sometimes that seems to be the way I feel sometimes too. But when a man makes a commitment, you can't shy away from it.
Well, speaking of that, I did want to discuss that. I saw your car parked in the gym parking lot today, and I noticed that there's now not 1 but 2 kid seats in the back.
Yeah.
But the thing that distressed me is I see you park it at work all the time, and it's never in the middle of the lot. It's always on an end space.
Yeah.
And so I kind of had a clue that it wasn't you today at the gym because it was parked right in the middle. So I made sure to park close enough that I pounded the door out a couple times.
Good. I could use some insurance money.
Yeah. So
we have it all on film. No, the admission is on film.
True. That is true. So it does. But it does. Does it distress you when your wife drives your baby like this?
Yeah, I find it extremely distressing. I mean, it really does stress me out. Every time she takes that, I tell her no hot rodding around town. But usually the worst thing that happens is they get back on the car and like the Christian rock station channel is preaching to me.
Okay, so well, maybe she's trying to tell you something.
She's not much of a hot rodder.
No.
Which is good.
Well,
there's only really room for one of those in the family, and
yes.
Let's be clear, we know who that is.
Well, and it's getting near the end. I saw you have the winter tires on now too.
No, these are the summer tires.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, that's distressing though that you thought those were that ugly. Those should be winter
They're
tires.
kind of ugly. Yeah,
I mean,
it's a beautiful car, but the
those
tires and rims
I purchased those separately from the car aftermarket.
Really? And did you buy them off of Craigslist? Like someone had them out in their front yard or anything?
That's why I bought my winter tires. Actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
yeah. These are the summer tires. This is the good rims.
These are the good rims.
Wow. Because I've always liked Audis, but the rims, not so sure about that.
I mean, it's too bad the people can't see them.
I can't wait to see the ugly rims when you put
you'll
those
know,
on.
You'll know them when you see
Okay,
them.
good.
You'll
All
know
right.
them.
Well, I think just because I'm fearing for my life right at the moment as I see all the traffic, I think we'll end this pilot version of Curmudgeons in Cars. And if you like, if we can get, I would say, if we can get 100 views on Facebook with this, we'll do another one, and we could talk about fitness, we could talk about football, fantasy football, because you suck at that too. And
we can talk about all the shit
we
I
can
suck
talk about
at for
all
hours.
the stuff that you suck at.
Yes,
If you want to
there's hours of
see
episodes.
and hear more about how Chris Bremner sucks in the future,
we should just change the name. We could always just change the name of the show to that.
Okay,
CS sucks.
that's a deal.
Okay.
So like it if you like it, and we'll see you again.